66 million years ago, a mountain of rock was screaming toward Earth at 40,000 miles per hour. In just 120 minutes, the dinosaurs' 165 million year empire would be reduced to ash. No warning, no escape. This isn't science fiction, it's the minute-by-minute account of the day the giants fell. The clock just hit zero. Let's go back 66 million years to the most violent day in history. The Golden Age of Giants. The world did not know it was about to die. It was a late spring morning in the Cretaceous period. The planet was a masterpiece of biological engineering, warm, humid, and bursting with life. In the vast floodplains of North America, what we now call the Hell Creek Formation, the air was thick with the scent of magnolias and ancient conifers. At the center of this world was the Tyrannosaurus rex. He wasn't a monster, he was a king at the peak of his reign, a 12-ton predator with binocular vision more precise than a hawk's. Nearby, a herd of Edmontosaurus grazed peacefully by a river, while Triceratops mothers guarded their young in the thick ferns. These giants had ruled for 165 million years, over 500 times longer than humans have existed. They were the undisputed masters of Earth. But high above the blue sky, a celestial hitman was closing in. An asteroid 6 miles wide, the size of Mount Everest, had been knocked out of its orbit millions of years ago and was now on a direct collision course with Earth. The descent of the second sun. As the asteroid entered the atmosphere, it moved at 20 kilometers per second, 40 times faster than a bullet. It was traveling so fast that it crossed the entire atmosphere in less than 3 seconds. The air in front of the rock couldn't move out of the way fast enough. It was compressed so violently that it turned into white-hot plasma, reaching temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun. To any dinosaur looking up, a second sun had appeared in the sky. It was blinding, beautiful, and silent until it hit. The impact, 0 hour. The asteroid struck a shallow sea in the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico. The impact hit with the force of 100 million megatons of TNT. In the first millisecond, the asteroid and the Earth's crust were vaporized. A hole 20 miles deep and 110 miles wide was punched into the planet. A massive plume of vaporized rock and sulfur shot upward, punching a hole through the atmosphere and into the vacuum of space. But for the dinosaurs thousands of miles away in North America, the first sign of doom was the light. A flash brighter than 1,000 suns appeared on the horizon. The thermal radiation was so intense that any creature within a direct line of sight, up to 1,500 miles away, was instantly scorched, their skin and feathers ignited before their nervous systems could even register the pain. The sky falls, the global broiler. While the impact happened in Mexico, its reach was global. The billions of tons of rock blasted into space began to fall back to Earth as tiny glass beads called spherules. As trillions of these red-hot beads re-entered the atmosphere, they created friction, so much friction that the entire sky turned into a glowing heat lamp. Within an hour, the air temperature on the ground rose to over 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or 200 degrees Celsius. The dinosaurs in Hell Creek had nowhere to hide. The forests began to smoke and spontaneously ignite. Large bodies, once an advantage, were now a death sentence. The mighty T-Rex could not find a burrow large enough to escape the baking atmosphere. The Earth screams, earthquakes and tsunamis. While the sky burned, the ground itself began to ripple. The impact triggered a seismic shock wave, a magnitude 11 earthquake, so powerful it rippled the Earth's crust like a carpet. At a site in North Dakota called Tanis, scientists recently discovered a graveyard of fish buried alive just minutes after the impact. These fish were tossed onto land by a seiche wave, a massive sloshing of inland rivers caused by the earthquake. Their gills were clogged with the glass rain falling from the sky. In the oceans, a mega tsunami nearly a mile high raced outward. It wasn't just water, it was a wall of debris and mud that scoured the coastlines of North America, burying everything deep inland. The nuclear winter, the long dark.
As the fires died down, a new, cold nightmare began. The impact hit a region rich in sulfur. Millions of tons of vaporized sulfur and soot rose into the stratosphere, forming an impenetrable shroud that blocked the sun. The world went dark. For years, the sun never rose. Photosynthesis stopped. The plants withered and died. Starvation. The massive long-necked sauropods died first, followed by the horned giants. The collapse. With no prey, the predators like the T-Rex finally succumbed. The temperature plummeted, turning the tropical world into a frozen wasteland. The survivors. Why we are here. When the sun finally broke through the clouds years later, 75% of all species were gone. The giants were dead. But in the shadows, life endured. Our ancestors, small burrowing mammals, survived because they lived underground and could eat almost anything: insects, roots, and rotting meat. Along with them, crocodiles and turtles survived in the mud of riverbeds, and one group of small, feathered dinosaurs managed to pull through, the ancestors of modern birds. The death of the dinosaurs was the greatest tragedy in Earth's history, but it was also the greatest opportunity. Without that catastrophic Tuesday, mammals would never have had the chance to evolve into elephants, whales, and eventually us. The giants fell so that we could rise. Their end was our beginning. If you want to dive deeper into the mysteries of our planet and see what else is hidden in the rocks, hit that subscribe button and join our journey. What would you do if the sky fell today? Let us know in the comments.